We are about to shadow a PGA Tour rules official on about as bad a day as you could get, because obviously it could be raining harder, but they would stop play. I think it's raining like just hard enough where it's incredibly annoying to play, but not quite hard enough that they're gonna suspend it. So we're gonna see how the sausage gets made, how they keep a tournament running like this when the weather's so bad. You're a trooper for shooting this, because we are gonna get very soaked.
Shout out Sony. Shout out this camera.
Yeah.
Really hanging in there for us. Shout out this golf cart.
So I don't think tee times start for a little bit, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do before tee times start. Because this course is already soaked.
We don't even have flag sticks in the ground yet.
No.
And it's an 80-person field, which means I'd imagine they're not doing split tees today.
I think they are doing split tees.
Oh, they are?
Actually, I don't know. That's a good question. We'll ask her.
Well, if they haven't started yet, We haven't been here on a tournament day yet.
No, first time. We got about an hour before tee off right now, and as you can see, this course has already taken on quite a bit of water. Gotta think they're going to be doing the clean in place today. They have to, otherwise you wouldn't be able to play. There'd be mud walls everywhere. And yeah, you know, we booked this a little while ago, didn't know what the weather was going to be like. I'm happy that it's bad. I think there's more to discuss.
Brutal, but today we had a conversation, so we're playing preferred lies.
I was telling the camera, right? You have to.
Well, with knowing what's coming and, you know, all the things considered, we're supposed to get somewhere to near half an inch later. You get the marine layer come in, shut us down, then you try to resume. There's so many unknowns that the right thing to do is to do that. So this is how we indicate to the...
Can't miss that. If you miss that, that's on you.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
And this is just, this is always on the tee. Everyone knows it, but it just, you know, it's within one club length in the closest known areas. Just kind of goes over the procedure of what it is. So
How did you guys decide to do split tees? Was it like there was a better window? You wanted to get it all in one kind of window?
Just the daylight and the time, the conditions, and the number of players, and our experience here at Farmers, everything that goes into it, unexpected marine layer. It's just when you can control that, when you spread out 72 guys off one tee and all of a sudden something happens, then the catch-up factor just takes up that much longer to do it. So
So when there's bad weather, you're more likely to go to split tees.
Yeah.
Got it.
Just all those things just kind of help us. But we did it anyway in anticipation, you know, here at Tour. We've had so many tournaments here, we kind of know. So we got a lot of experience running this event.
That's one of the good things about coming back here.
It really is, yes. So we're going to do a little bit of golf course setup. We're going to go around and check on the guys on the front nine. Then we're going to the back nine. And then as we get going, we make sure that the shuttles get out to number 10. Just some of the logistics that happen behind the scenes, that, you know, the players are in the vans, that everything's running the way it is. And then we get the lead groups on the back nine. We'll be watching them, observing them for pace to make sure that they set the pace that we've established. Everything about it, this is a true championship golf course. So
you got U.S. Opens here,
yes.
so yeah.
Yeah, so we definitely want to make it that way.
It's no slouch.
Yes.
All right, let's head out there.
All right.
And I feel like this is the wet, like as bad as it could be, because if it's like pouring coming down, you're gonna stop playing.
Yeah.
This is like playable.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of in that sweet spot.
Yeah, it's definitely going to challenge them. When the wind starts blowing today with the wet conditions and the rough, premium will be, you know, the fairway is definitely going to be the premium with, especially playing preferred lies.
Yeah.
But that's just something in our arsenal to make sure we can stay on target with our finish time, that we don't get, you know, if it rains a lot and we could continue to play if we play preferred lies, but we couldn't play if we didn't, then it's kind of a self-inflicted wound. So you'd rather
play.
You'd rather play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You having fun in the pouring rain?
Part of the job.
How are you? Dan
I'm
Rouse
good.
Report.
Hey, nice to see you.
So you're looking at like future hole locations here?
Yeah, I'm just hitting a few putts for, that's probably going to be round 4. Round 2's going to be right here.
And like if there's a crazy wind, that might change where you put the pin, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, like today. It's raining. We knew it was going to rain all day. That's why the whole location, that's the highest point of the green.
So the water doesn't pool.
So the water doesn't pool. We can continue to play through, you know, if we forecast to maybe a quarter of an inch today.
Right.
So that's obviously the highest place on the green. Gives us best chance to keep playing golf in these conditions.
Sounds logical. Yeah, it's getting worse all out here.
And while it's windy, it's not so windy that the higher hole location makes you nervous, because the south course can actually handle, you know, pretty good winds. Now, once you get over 30 sustained, that's when we, you know, at that point,
Is that what happened? So at the Farmers when they had to stop it, obviously it was so much drier. That was like when right after the fires were happening.
Green speeds, from what I been told we're about 1.5 feet faster than they are right now.
Yeah.
So that plays a big part in it as well.
So this is cool tech, and so I mean, if you guys, this is something that's really interesting to us. Is this is a GPS system that is that works hand in hand with our ShotLink system, and so as Robbie identifies the hole location, and he goes to plot it in our hole location sheet, which I have one I can show you exactly what it's done.
Here, let's go down and shoot that one because that's a future one, but I'll just shoot it anyway.
Okay, great.
I've already
Look at these guys. We got some video professionals already. So on the phone there is like tells you exactly where it needs to go.
So
Yeah, there you go. Round 4.
this is a potential round 4. So the grid pops up. So that's what the pin sheet's going to look like. Wow. Which it looks exactly. I mean, obviously these.
And you've been working in the tour for how long?
25 years.
So it didn't look like that at the beginning.
No, it was pacing.
It was this.
You would just walk it off.
It was just walking off.
Yeah.
Well, all the players, all the caddies have the book that's generated from the same data, so there's no question. Where in the old days, there would be like, I got 11 on, 5 left. You guys got 13 on, 7. This is really hard to
mess up.
Hard to debate. Yeah, the accuracy's uncanny. I think it's within a centimeter to somewhere around there.
Yeah. But it's still a centimeter off.
That's right.
How much of your job is dealing with players who are pitching?
Oh, that's just part of it. I mean, part of what we have to do is to, it's situational awareness. So going into a ruling where someone's upset, something's happened, or you're having to go into a timing situation or pace of play, so you know that it's going to be a bit confrontational. So how do you deliver that news where it doesn't escalate, that you actually, let them know you're doing your job? And so it's just how you met. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And that's the way I approach it.
Life.
It's just life. It's
just
a relationships or whatever it is. Yes.
What about like today? Like, will they be saying like we shouldn't play, we should stop?
No. Not they. This is no problem for our guys.
Yeah.
I mean, when it's a steady rain and then it's borderline, we're getting some puddles. We might have squeegees out there in some places because every minute matters when you're trying to make the cut and then trying to finish on Sunday so that we don't go into a Monday finish. All those things matter, and for so many reasons. And so they know that no matter what's going on, that we're making the best decision we can to benefit everybody. All right.
Johnny boy.
So
like a decision like this, the tee's up today.
Yes.
When does that decision get made? How does that decision get made?
So as you're looking and you're making your plan, you're looking, the wind is such a major factor when we do golf course setup. And so as Robbie's looking at, 4 days on this golf course, what's the window on each day, what kind of rain accumulation we're having, you look at all this. And then we want variety for the guys. We could easily just play 4 days, back tee, but we all play golf and know golf, and these are the exciting type of holes. I mean, some of the best holes in golf are short par 3s.
All of the best par 3s in the world are short.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we use the technology from TrackMan. This is our ShotLink camera system, so we know where the players are. They're watching, monitoring, so we know shot data of when they hit the ball, and all the stuff works in conjunction with.
How far in advance? Because this is quite a bit of machinery.
Yes.
And if the tees were back, it would have to be back there.
How quick can you do it? This is cool. These are solar panels that power the power supply needed to run.
So this isn't plugged into anything.
Well, if need be, there's some redundancies in place with generators and stuff and batteries and different things that if we have to. But we've kind of perfected this system so that it's a little more efficient.
Yeah.
We always dot the tees, so if for some reason somebody comes up, kicks the tee mark or whatever, we know where to put it back.
Yeah.
Or if we have to come back tomorrow morning for something, we know where we played from.
Is kicking the tees not allowed, right?
I'm just saying, sometimes if Marshall or something, that happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes out of anger.
Right.
Sometimes it's purely accident. Smaller tee, complex.
And then is it on you guys to report okay, this guy went a little too crazy, someone might have to talk to him?
We have 104 cameras all around the golf course, so those things.
They get seen.
Yes.
Yeah. This is like gonzo journalism. I feel like I'm, this is basically like my war correspondency. I think a lot of people have this idea that you guys are like in the bad bastardized movie version of a police officer, where you're just sitting there and eating a donut.
Yeah.
And just deciding but it's not. There's so much that goes into this.
Yeah, we get that. You know, when it's a nice day and it's sunny and the weather's perfect and you see us sitting under a tree, you know, those are good days because that means the competition's really smooth and everything's going well. But when you get faced with adversity and tough conditions, or you know, the planning that goes into everything that we look at, the level of detail, the expertise on our team, you know, we like to share that story when we can.
Yeah.
You know, spend time with you guys. Here comes Rennie.
Boots on the ground, baby.
Steve Rentoul.
I wish, man. I wish. How's it going? Nice to see you. Yeah, this has been.
You know, it's funny when we go to Hilton Head and the sun's out, or Charlotte, the sun's out. Everybody's asking us, hey, how do you get a job like this?
Yeah.
I haven't been asked that yet this morning.
No. So this is chief referee this week. So what is being chief referee like? What is added to your play versus a week where you're not chief referee?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously, Dan, we have a very, very strong committee of very experienced guys. And whether I'm the chief referee, or Ken, or Gary Young, Stephen Cox, whoever, what we're trying to do is just manage our committee, manage the situations we're faced with.
So you're like assigned telling these guys where to go? And
Yeah, we talk about everything. As far as like final decisions this week,
Yeah.
they're going to rest with me. I'll
So, like,
lean heavily on the committee, but they're going to rest with me.
so like to move a tee up, you're the one who says we're doing it.
Yeah, we've talked about it since we got here. Yeah. So, and then this morning, right, talking about preferred lies today.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a no-brainer.
You know, it's kind of a no-brainer, but you know, these decisions have to be made. you
Yeah.
know? So it's kind of like in situations like this, Dan, when the weather gets like this, I keep telling myself, we can only make bad decisions. Every other decision we make is a good decision.
What do you
bad?
mean?
Well, the bad decisions, they're the ones we'll get tore up for right now. So moving a tee up, playing the golf course a little bit more playable, playing the ball down when we shouldn't play the ball down. You know, that's stuff that we're going to get killed. You know,
Do you
for
ever?
doing. So that's what I'm talking about. We make bad decisions. They're the ones that are going to beat us up. I mean, you can make a million good decisions in a week.
Yeah.
It's the one bad decision you make that everyone's going to know about.
It's like being a goalie.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Most of the time.
Have you guys started? I know it's not going to come until 2028, but this rollback, you guys are going to have to do a lot of work figuring out how long holes can be. Like that's going to be a big part.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, won't it? So, I mean, I think we're going to have to tiptoe our way into our golf course setup philosophy that year and just make sure we, you know, as the players try to figure out how far these balls are going, we're going to have to figure it out too, right?
Well, Ken, thank you very much for joining us.
Absolutely.
That was
Yes.
informative. It was a little bit wet, but not as wet as I feared.
Yes.
And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed getting a look at kind of how the sausage gets made, how a tournament like this with the best players in the world on a golf course, it's already taken on a lot of water, with more expected, how they keep things running smoothly. So I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Dan.
Cool. See you guys.
Ken, what's one thing you'd like our audience to know about what we covered today?
There's a lot of different variables that we consider each day, each week. It's not cookie cutter. You know, last week in Phoenix is obviously significantly different than what we have this week, and then next week at Mexico Open in Medanta. Is that our job? We don't want cookie cutter golf courses or setups, and I hope that the viewers see that, especially here at Tour.
They're trying. They're doing a good job.